Do you believe in magic and enchanted forests and magical creatures? Well, in the small town of Everwood, magic was as commonplace as the morning dew. This quaint town was nestled right at the edge of a forest not just any forest but the enchanted forest, a place where legend and reality intertwined. In Everwood there lived a young boy named Max. He was not your ordinary boy though. He was as curious as a cat and as adventurous as a knight. Max had grown up listening to his grandmother's tales about the enchanted forest and its magical inhabitants. These tales stirred his imagination and fueled his curiosity. He yearned to discover if these stories were merely tales or if they held a grain of truth. One fine day, Max decided to satisfy his curiosity. He mustered his courage, packed his bag, and embarked on an adventure into the mysterious woodland. As he stepped into the dense foliage, he felt an overwhelming sense of otherworldliness. The air around him buzzed with enchantment, and the leaves rustled as if whispering ancient secrets. Before long, Max's bravery was rewarded. He encountered a talking squirrel named Silva. Silva was more than just a squirrel, though. He was a guardian of the forest, and he revealed to Max that the enchanted forest was indeed magical. But the magic was under threat. An ominous darkness was spreading, and the magic that sustained the forest was fading. Silva then revealed something even more incredible. Max was not just an ordinary boy. He was destined to play a significant role in the fate of the enchanted forest. He was the one who could save the forest and its magical creatures from the encroaching darkness. Max, now armed with newfound knowledge and a sense of purpose, was ready to face the challenges that lay ahead. He was ready to embark on a quest to seek out the mythical beings that could help restore balance to the enchanted forest. This was just the beginning of Max's enchanted adventure. As Max delved deeper into the forest, he met a host of magical creatures. Each one a tale of wonder and enchantment in their own right. First, there was Luna, a unicorn as elegant as the night sky itself. Her coat shimmered like stardust, and her horn, oh, it was a sight to behold. It glowed with an ethereal light, a beacon of ancient wisdom. Luna was a gentle soul, wise beyond her years. She taught Max about the age-old magic that flowed through the veins of the enchanted forest, a magic that was the lifeblood of all its inhabitants. Next, Max crossed paths with Zara, a sprite of boundless energy and mischief. With her twinkling eyes and infectious laughter, Zara was a spark of joy in the heart of the forest. She steered Max through hidden paths and secret clearings, her knowledge of the forest's intricate maze proving invaluable. Zara was a reminder of the playful spirit and the sense of wonder that the forest held within its leafy embrace. Then there was Pippin, an old tree spirit, as ancient as the forest itself. His bark was etched with the wisdom of ages, and his roots ran deep, intertwined with the very soul of the forest. Pippin shared tales of the forest's history, of times when magic was abundant and harmony reigned. He spoke of the significance of preserving this magic, a message that resonated deeply within Max. As Max journeyed through the forest with his newfound friends, he learned of his vital role in this magical world. The forest was not merely a collection of trees and creatures, it was a living, breathing entity, each part interconnected, each part vital to the whole. Max's adventure was not without its challenges. Together, he and his companions faced riddles that twisted their minds, obstacles that tested their courage, and forest imps that sought to lead them astray. But with each hurdle they overcame, their bond grew stronger, their resolve firmer. Together, Max and his newfound friends faced challenges, solving riddles, overcoming obstacles, and outsmarting the mischievous forest imps that sought to disrupt their quest. Their journey was a testament to the power of friendship and courage, proof that even in the face of adversity, the light of hope and unity could shine through. As they ventured further, they discovered the source of the encroaching darkness, an ancient and powerful creature known as the Shadow Serpent. This was no ordinary beast. The Shadow Serpent was a creature of old, its body woven from the very shadows of the forest. It was said to be a remnant of a time when the world was still new, a time when magic was wild and untamed. But over the centuries, it had grown bitter and resentful, its heart filled with a darkness that threatened to consume all the magic of the forest. The sight of the creature was enough to chill the bravest hearts. But Max and his friends, they were not deterred. They had come too far, learned too much to back down now. They knew the fate of the enchanted forest rested on their shoulders. They had to confront the Shadow Serpent. In the face of this daunting task, Max remembered the lessons he had learned on his journey. He thought of Luna's wisdom, Zara's cunning, and Pippin's tales of the forest's history. He thought of the courage he had found within himself and the friendships he had formed. He thought of the interconnectedness of all living things and how the magic of the forest was a part of him now, just as he was a part of it. Max realized that he was not alone in this fight. He was surrounded by friends, by creatures of magic and wonder, each willing to stand with him against the darkness. He felt a surge of courage, stronger than anything he had felt before. He knew in that moment that they could face the shadow serpent. They could save the forest. And so, with a determined look in his eyes and a heart filled with hope, Max stepped forward. He was ready to confront the shadow serpent. He was ready to fight for the forest, for his friends, and for the magic that bound them all together. Max, fueled by the bonds he had formed and the lessons he had learned, confronted the shadow serpent in a final showdown to save the forest and its magical inhabitants. In a climactic battle of light against darkness, Max and his friends prevailed. The shadow serpent, a creature as ancient as the forest itself, towered over our young hero, its hisses echoing through the timeless trees. But Max, brave and resolute, stood his ground. He was not alone. Luna, Zara, Silva, and Pippin were by his side, their unique powers combined with Max's courage, forming a beacon of hope against the encroaching darkness. The battle was fierce, a swirling maelstrom of light and shadow. The magical creatures fought valiantly, their powers illuminating the forest with bursts of color. Luna's horn radiated with the light of ancient wisdom, piercing the gloom. Zara darted through the chaos, her sprite-like agility disrupting the serpent's attacks. Silva, with his quick wit, distracted the serpent, giving Max the openings he needed. And Pippin, the wise old tree spirit, lent his strength to the group, his roots entangling the serpent, slowing its advance. At the heart of it all was Max, a young boy from Everwood. His bravery shone brighter than any magic, his spirit unyielding. He faced the shadow serpent, his voice echoing through the forest, proclaiming the enduring power of friendship, courage, and belief in magic. And then, in a flash of light, it was over. The shadow serpent was banished, the darkness receding, replaced by a gentle glow that spread throughout the forest. The magic that sustained the enchanted forest, the magic that lived in every creature, in every leaf and twig, was restored. Harmony returned, the forest sighing in relief, its inhabitants rejoicing. In the aftermath, Max and his friends stood amidst the renewed forest, their hearts filled with joy and relief. They had faced the darkness together and emerged victorious. The magical creatures, grateful for Max's bravery and the unshakable bond they had formed, gathered around him. As a token of gratitude, the magical creatures bestowed upon Max a magical amulet, a symbol of his bravery and the enduring magic of the forest. This memento, a physical reminder of their adventure, would forever link Max to the enchanted forest and its magical inhabitants. It was a testament to the light that had vanquished the darkness, and the young boy from Everwood who had become a hero. With the enchanted forest once again thriving, Max returned to Everwood, forever changed by his extraordinary adventure. His eyes sparkled with tales of magical creatures, enchanted battles, and lessons learned in the heart of the mystical woodland. The town of Everwood welcomed him back with open arms, their curiosity piqued by the boy who had dared to venture into the unknown. Max regaled them with stories of his adventure. He spoke of Silva, the witty squirrel, Luna, the wise unicorn, and Zara, the sprite who knew the forest's every nook and cranny. He talked about the ancient wisdom of Pippin, the tree spirit, and the thrilling showdown with the shadow serpent. As he recounted his journey, the townspeople hung on every word, their skepticism fading to be replaced by a sense of wonder. The adults of Everwood, who had long dismissed the old tales as mere bedtime stories, found themselves captivated by Max's recounting. His stories breathed life back into the legends they had forgotten, and they found themselves looking at the enchanted forest with a newfound respect and fascination. It was as if Max's adventure had rekindled a spark within them, a spark that reminded them of the magic and mystery that lay just beyond their doorstep. Children of the town were especially enthralled. Max's adventure had turned him into a local hero, his courage and bravery inspiring the younger generation. They listened to his stories with wide-eyed wonder, dreaming of the day they might have their own adventure in the enchanted forest. Max's adventure left a lasting impact on Everwood. It became a story passed down from generation to generation, a legend that reminded everyone of the magic that lay in the heart of the enchanted forest. It became a story of bravery, friendship, and the power of belief. And so the enchanted forest continued to thrive, its secrets safeguarded by the bravery of a curious young boy and the magical creatures that called it home. Max's tale became a part of Everwood's legacy.